Today, we're going deep into one of the most explosive stories in royal history, the ongoing silence between Prince William and Prince Harry. Despite mounting pressure from the public, from family members, and even from behind palace doors, Prince William is reportedly refusing to speak with his younger brother. Now, at first glance, this might just seem like another brotherly fight. Families argue, siblings go through rough patches. But this situation, it's much bigger. This is a feud happening under the eyes of the entire world, inside the royal family, an institution where every move, every gesture, every word carries weight. And this silence isn't happening in a vacuum. It comes after years of escalating tension, explosive interviews, shocking revelations, and a once close brotherhood torn apart. In this video, we're not just going to summarize headlines. We're going to dig deep into why William won't pick up the phone, what's at stake if he does, and how this feud is shaping the future of the monarchy itself. By the end, you'll understand why this silence isn't just stubbornness, it's strategy. You'll see how family loyalty collides with royal duty, and why the weight of the crown may be keeping two brothers apart. So grab a seat because this is going to be a journey through decades of history, heartbreak, betrayal, and pressure from both family and the public. To really understand why this silence hurts so much, we need to go back, way back, to when William and Harry were children. The world knows their story begins in tragedy. In 1997, Princess Diana, beloved across the globe, died in that devastating car crash in Paris. William was just 15, Harry only 12. In that moment, their lives changed forever. Millions grieved with them, but for the boys, the pain was deeply personal. Their mother was gone, and the royal family's stiff upper lip culture left little room for open mourning. What they did have was each other. From that point on, William and Harry weren't just brothers. They were teammates, partners, protectors of one another. Many close to them have said that Diana's death forged a bond that was supposed to be unbreakable. For years, the public saw that bond in action. We saw the two boys joking together during official events, walking side by side behind their mother's coffin, serving in the military, and later launching joint charitable projects like Heads Together to champion mental health. Royal watchers loved it. Here were two princes carrying on Diana's legacy together, united in brotherhood and duty. William was the heir, Harry the spare, but they seemed to have found a rhythm. William carried the burden of responsibility, while Harry was the more relaxed, cheeky one who could bring lightness to the royal image. It worked. Together, they modernized the monarchy in the eyes of the public. They made the crown feel human. But underneath that strong bond, cracks were already forming. The truth is, William and Harry were always on different paths. William's life was mapped out before he was even born. Every decision, from his schooling, his military service, his marriage, was made with one goal in mind, preparing him to be king. Duty first, always. Harry, though, never had the same purpose. He was the spare. In royal terms, that often means existing in the shadow of the heir. Less responsibility, less structure, but also less importance. And Harry has admitted that, growing up, this left him searching for identity, for meaning. Still, for a long time, the brothers kept each other grounded. They laughed together, leaned on each other, and presented a united front. Diana's wish, many believe, was that they would always have each other's backs. But as we know now, things did not stay that way. As William got older, his role as heir became more defined. He met and married Kate Middleton, a steady, supportive partner who embraced royal duty wholeheartedly. Together, William and Kate became the faces of stability, tradition, and the monarchy's future. For Harry, things were different. He was still searching for purpose. His time in the military gave him some of that, and his work with veterans and mental health causes showed his natural charisma. But outside of those roles, Harry struggled. He often spoke about feeling trapped in the royal system, about living in the shadow of the crown. This contrast, William embracing duty, Harry craving freedom, was always going to cause tension. But the real breaking point came with Meghan Markle. When Meghan entered Harry's life, he felt like he'd finally found someone who understood him. Meghan was independent, outspoken, and unwilling to just accept the royal way without question. She encouraged Harry to put happiness and mental health above protocol, a radical idea inside the monarchy. William, on the other hand, reportedly saw warning signs. He worried Harry was moving too fast and that Meghan might not be prepared for the unique pressures of royal life. Those early disagreements, according to insiders, sparked the first serious rift between the brothers. And here's where things got messy, because this wasn't just about family disagreements anymore. It was about how those disagreements played out on the global stage. The press took sides, fans divided, and suddenly the brothers' bond was no longer a private matter. It was public, political, and polarizing. The crown wanted unity, the public wanted transparency, and William and Harry found themselves pulled further apart. Let's rewind for a moment. Prince William and Prince Harry were once the world's favorite royal duo. After the tragic loss of their mother, Princess Diana, the brothers became each other's closest confidants. For years, their bond seemed unshakable. They served together, appeared together at royal events, and were often described as a team against the world. But then came Meghan Markle. Harry's whirlwind romance, marriage, and eventual departure from royal life changed everything. The so-called Megxit in 2020 was a turning point. Harry and Meghan stepped down from their royal duties and moved to California, and in doing so, they openly criticized the royal family in interviews, documentaries, and Harry's memoir. For William, who has spent his entire life preparing for the throne, these public attacks weren't just family disputes. They were, in his eyes, betrayals against the institution he's destined to lead. That's where the seeds of silence began to grow. Fast forward to today. Despite time passing, the situation hasn't improved. In fact, it seems to have gotten worse. Sources close to the royal family say that William has made it clear he doesn't trust Harry anymore. Every conversation, every meeting carries the risk of ending up in a Netflix documentary, a TV interview, or worse, another book. Think about it. From William's perspective, how can you have an honest brotherly chat if you're constantly worried it'll be turned into headline material? That fear has reportedly locked William into silence, and it's not just about him. Royal advisors, the so-called men in grey suits, are also said to be urging him to keep his distance. They see Harry as unpredictable, maybe even dangerous to the crown's reputation. Meanwhile, the public is watching closely. Every time the brothers are seen in the same place, whether at King Charles's coronation, a funeral, or a royal event, cameras zoom in, searching for the smallest sign of reconciliation. But instead, what we see is William keeping his distance, often avoiding eye contact altogether. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Reports suggest that other family members and even close friends have been quietly pushing William to extend an olive branch. King Charles himself, according to insiders, has hinted that he'd like to see his sons make peace, especially given his own health concerns. After all, he doesn't want to leave behind a broken family as his legacy. Even Kate Middleton, who has always valued family unity, is rumored to want some level of reconciliation. But here's the problem. Reconciliation requires trust, and William feels that trust has been completely shattered. Harry, on the other hand, has spoken publicly about wanting to repair the relationship. In interviews, he said he still loves his brother deeply. But he's also admitted there's a lot of hurt. It's almost like Harry is waiting for William to make the first move, while William is determined not to budge. And so, the stalemate continues.
So why is William so firm in his refusal? Let's break it down. Breach of trust. William feels conversations won't stay private. Harry's memoir, Spare, revealed deeply personal details about their fights, including that infamous physical altercation. For William, that's crossing a line. Protecting the crown. As future king, William has to think beyond personal feelings. His every move impacts the monarchy. Getting too close to Harry could mean more explosive leaks that damage the institution. Different life paths. William and Harry are living in completely different worlds now. William is tied to duty, tradition, and the expectations of millions. Harry is carving his own path in America, prioritizing independence and personal freedom. Their values have drifted apart. Public image management. Royal advisors may be telling William that staying quiet is the safest path. If he speaks, it could be twisted, misquoted, or used against him. When you put all that together, William's silence isn't just stubbornness, it's strategy, one meant to protect himself, his family, and the crown. Here's the bigger question. What does this ongoing silence mean for the future of the royal family? If William and Harry never reconcile, the monarchy risks being seen as cold and divided.
At the same time, William's refusal sends a message of strength and discipline. He's showing the world that the crown comes before personal feelings, no matter how painful. That could reinforce his image as a serious, dedicated future king. But let's be real, people don't just want a king, they want a human being they can connect with. And if William remains forever estranged from his brother, some will see that as a flaw, a lack of compassion. It's a double-edged sword. So here we are, two brothers, once inseparable, now locked in silence. Prince Harry has extended words of love, but William's response is no response at all. Despite pressure from family and the public, William refuses to speak, and maybe he believes silence is the only way to protect everything he's worked for. The question now is, will time heal the wounds, or will this be the royal rift that never gets repaired? Let me know in the comments what you think. Should William break the silence and try to reconnect with Harry? Or is he right to protect the crown at all costs? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates on the royal family and beyond. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.